chapter 300. Yay! We made it to chapter 300 of Rent-A-Girlfriend. Celebratory stuff. Woohoo. I'm expecting this chapter to be interesting. It's not gonna be what we expect. I know they're playing the game Ito, because that's pretty much spelled the same way as thread. That's why people confuse the term thread with Ito. There is a red thread on the cover of the game Ito, so that is interesting. The whole thread thing could very well come back. Pajama Party also matches perfectly with the footage we've seen from Reiji, which is Chizuru wearing the Sumi pajamas that Sumi bought her, which are indicative of her being more true to herself and also a little bit childlike. Without further ado, chapter 300. I'm Fate, talk about Rent-A-Girlfriend stuff. Let's mosey. Yep. So this was actually posted on Reiji's Fan Box, so I have seen this before. It is very cute. Now, I will say this, if you do have Reiji's Fan Box, please don't share any of his stuff, like, anywhere else. I'll try to moderately share things, depending if I think it's okay to share it or not, but I'm not gonna outright tell you guys things. I just think it's not fair that people are just, like, taking, like, this was posted on Twitter. I remember this was posted on Twitter. Someone just straight up posted it, and Reiji found out, and Reiji's been, like, getting on people's ass for, like, posting things early, so I know it's supposed to be celebratory and stuff, but let's not, like, lose our cool and try to get that clout, you know? Like, just don't post shit that's not yours to post, right? I feel like that should be understood. Anywho, looks great. My girlfriend and the card game. Let's keep going. Oh. Huh. Just Kazuya in the shower. Sees hair. No. He was definitely Yamori's sons. Oh my god, it's getting to him. I love it. Comes full circle, dude. Comes full circle from last chapter. He's like, no. It's Yamori's. It can't be Chizuru's anymore. Master. Mizuhara is here.
Yeah, I am here. Because I have the day off and I don't have anything else to do.
Good timing. We're watching the new TV. The two of us. I see. The picture quality on these new models is awesome. I can't get any closer. I borrowed your shower. It's fine. You don't have to tell me everything. Sounds like he's bad, but this is just her normal reaction. When Kazuya says, I borrowed your shower, he's actually using honorifics in Japanese, which I found interesting because it really highlights the distance between these two. As you see him literally standing on the edge of the door, he's literally struggling to walk in. Oh, come watch it with us, Master. Huh? We all live here and we got the cool new TV in the house. Let's check it out. Can I? I mean, I want to spend time with Mizuhara, but the living room basically the girls' hangout. It's late and her time to relax. Is she okay with this? I guess it's fine, right? Coming through behind you. Guess I'll join you guys. I like how she just she did the glasses thing. I'm sorry. I fucking love the glasses thing. It's like, so you have chosen death. For some reason, the TBS channel looks the best. Maybe it's more compatible. It's exactly the same. Also, cute note, TBS is the channel that the anime airs on when watching TV. Mizuhara is wearing the clothes she got from Sumi-chun for her birthday. Damn, she seriously looks G-U-D. What does that mean? Good? I can't thank you enough, Sumi-chan. Is Mizuhara done with her bath too? So she's in her pajamas, right? Minnie's shirt literally answers Kazuya's question. It reads, my favorite after taking a bath, or my oshi after taking a bath. So, yeah. Actually, Mizuhara hardly ever wears those kind of short shorts. Her bare legs are long, slender, and curvy. It's so sexy. The contrast between the navy blue and her flushed, rosy complexion. Wait. Huh. These clothes are blue. Oh, there it is. Stands for gorgeous, unique, and divine. I'm stupid. That's really funny though. Stands for gorgeous, unique, and divine. Anywho, the clothes are blue. And you know what's interesting too? The clothes she's wearing right now are navy blue. The bra that Kazuya found last chapter 299, were navy blue too. The contrast between the navy blue and her flushed, rosy complexion. I want to touch it. Really brings out her white porcelain skin. Oh my god, the porcelain skin joke. Oh my god, he brought it back. He brought it back. Oh my god, chapter 300, please. If only I could make her mine. I never need anything else. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Wait, isn't this basically a pajama party? This image doesn't even lag. It's really sweet. Yeah, I agree. That's funny. Wait, how long is it okay for me to stay here? It's already been 15 minutes. Yamori-san is just watching TV like normal. We finished praising the TV a while ago. I completely missed my cue to leave. Mizuhara looks kind of bored too. Should I come on and say I'm leaving? I'd like to stay longer though. Hey, the three of us! Since we're all here, should we play a board game? Huh? That was sudden. A board game? I recently found a super fun one. It's technically more like a card game. Oh, card game, huh? How about it, Master? You're free, yeah? Well, yeah. I guess I don't mind, since I'm free. I mean, I'm totally fine with it. If anything, I'm dying to play with Mizuhara. But that makes it a bona fide pajama party. Does Mizuhara want to play? I don't mind. Yeah, this is the image Reiji shared on Threads. That's what it was, Threads. She's fine with it. Yay, let me go get it then. This is gonna be good. What? Wait, don't leave me alone with Mizuhara. Oh, it's so quiet at night. Ugh, what am I supposed to talk about? I guess Yamori-san will be back in a few minutes, but it'd be weird to stay silent the whole time. That looks good on you. It really does. Your clothes. Do they? Thanks. Well, I have Sumi-chan to thank for this. I'm glad she knew what looks cute. And not just the clothes that are popular with guys. She got it all wrong. No, Mizuhara looks like a model in practically everything she wears. But still, that was good enough, right? This is all I could talk about. Bruh. Bruh. I love this clown. She gets worse by the minute. She gets worse by the minute. Okay, get ready. It's time for the board game. I have it right here. I love how they didn't notice her. That's the best part. That's the best part is like she's like the demon overlord. Just, God, you little shits. I have it right here. Took you long enough. This is it. It's called Ito. Yeah, so see this string here? This string is actually red. And also this part is interesting, this spider thing. You guys remember before Umi showed up, that chapter, Chizuru catches a spider and lets it out, and then she sings a song about a spider. Yeah, so there are some interesting elements at play here that Reiji's calling back to. So there's a folklore song about a spider, there's the whole theme of fate and the red string, and those things are like interesting because they're not inherently at play in the story. What I mean by that is that like Reiji actively like questions, is it fate or is it coincidence? And he never actually straight up gives you an answer. Ito, what kind of game is it? Heh, I'm glad you asked. This isn't just any card game. It's a cooperative talking game that puts your values to the test, not your skills. See, there it is. There it is. So this chapter is focused around values and the contrast of your values and your beliefs and how those things are going to come out as a byproduct of this game. And that's why the thread is at the center of it, because it's like one of those games that like tests your friendships in a lot of ways. It's like a good way to get closer to people because you get to learn more about them. Even a mangaka with over 500,000 followers tweeted about being in love with it. Reiji has over 500,000 followers. Update.
I've been waiting for this.
I'm editing this right now, and Reiji literally just posted on Twitter, I really like this, and it's just a picture of Ito. Like, the dude didn't even write a coherent sentence. He literally just said, like very much. I love him. Interestingly, Arclight Games, the company that made this, actually quote retweeted Reiji and said, "Thank you for playing Ito. The development of this magazine was also a wonderful experience for us to see how interesting Ito is." Essentially telling us Reiji perfectly captures how the game is played and what makes it so fun, which is Reiji's kind of whole thing. He captures the elements of how things feel and he conveys them through his mug. It doesn't leave a mess on the table, so it's great on bars, and it's an absolute blast to play at get-togethers. Are you getting paid for this or something? Yo, he made the joke finally, right? Like he always does this in the chapters where he'll give you like a really detailed explanation of the thing. And it's just Reishi just being a fan of these things and everybody's like, what is he getting fucking paid for this? And I remember Hawaiians, everybody like assumed he was getting paid for this. He wasn't, by the way. He actually straight up said he was not getting paid. He just did it because he wanted to. The rules are simple. There are 100 number cards. Oh, but we only use a handful during actual play. And these topic cards. If you want to be hardcore with it, then there are life cards and even stories to follow. It's plenty of fun, but to be honest, you can jump right into it without all that stuff. Then what? Oh my god. I love that it caught Kazuya's attention. That's so cute. He's actually interested. I love this. I actually think that's thematically perfect too. Kazuya's actually really interested in this, and we know he loves playing games. The number cards go from 1 to 100, shown on the front. Aren't the designs cute? The game starts once everyone pulls their card out at random. We only need one? Do we show it to the others? Nope, keep it hush hush. Then we pick up a topic card. These cards have topics like a famous historical figure, or the best thing to have if you were stuck on a snowy mountain. These cards become the topic of discussion, but here's the kicker. Each player must gauge their response according to the number on their card. But as you discuss the topic, you must never tell each other your number. For example, let's say the topic is popular food, and your number is something like 74. Spaghetti Napoleon, curry rice, hijiki seaweed. Then maybe you feel Spaghetti Napoleon is worth that many points in popularity, and we can't say the number directly? I think I get it. Interesting. The whole idea of not saying things out loud, but having a discussion perfectly matches the theme of this series, which is masks. People wearing masks and talking, but not really saying their real intentions. So it's like the whole idea of you're lying, but you have to find out the truth underneath. So this game touches at the core of that, which is genius. So this chapter comes full circle and explores that idea of the truth underneath the lies through the card game. They're literally playing a card game that enacts the things they've been doing. The card game is a reflection of them. That's fucking genius. Well, after that, everyone's gotta guess each other's number. The game is about figuring it out together, and then put the cards in order from lowest to highest. If you do, you win. Okay, anyway, let's give it a try. You'll catch on. Come on, pick a card, any card. I love it. Pick a card, any card. What a half-ass number, 56. Just like my life. Jesus! Bruh!
Oh, shit.
This might be a One Piece reference because 56 is read as Gomo, like Gomo Gomo no.
Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum.
Also, credit to Mute for some of these finds, such as the honorifics or what Mini's shirt says, because none of that stuff is noticeable unless you speak Japanese, and some stuff like Mini's shirt were just straight up not translated in these translations, so yeah. Next, we flip a topic card. Let's decide on the top or bottom of the card. Master, rock, paper, scissors. Bottom if you win, I win. Bottom it is. Our topic is your ideal marriage proposal to receive. Huh? Proposal? This is a super risky topic. Is Mizuho really gonna say that out loud? Right now, during her research, she's never said a single word about this before. See what I mean? See what I mean? See what I mean? Are you sure about this? She looks calm and beautiful. Well, just being able to play a game with her like this is already worth 100 points to me. I don't even know, desperately trying to focus on the game, what a 56-point proposal would be. Hold up, the higher the number is, the closer it is to my ideal, right? Yep, and the lower it is, the less ideal. How perfect, he gets a number almost completely in the middle. It's embarrassing to tell others my ideal proposal, even at 56 points. I guess this is what she meant by our values being put to the test. Mizuho's research has been going on for a while. By the time it's all over, it's possible that, once again, I might confess to her or something. Ooh, interesting. This does tie perfectly with the whole bridge theory a lot of people have had for a while. The one I kind of somewhat agree with too, even though I'm not 100% sure. What I mean by the bridge theory is the cover of Centimeter is Kazuya staring at Chizuru, and it looks like they're both pretty much like ready to start a relationship. That's kind of like the vibe you get from it, right? So this is an interesting line to drop. Is Kazuya gonna drop another confession on her, and then it's pretty much her gonna say yes? It also matches somewhat with his callback to Maison de Kyoku, which has kind of similar vibes to this, especially like the living together thing, because Maison de Kyoku is literally like the name of the place they're living in, and it's a big house with like multiple people living in it. So I'd love to know what kind of proposal she finds ideal, but her card might only be 10 or 1. I probably shouldn't get my hopes up. Bruh, get bodied. Ah, look at that face, get fucked. Oh my God, it ends there. Goddamn, it ends right there. GG's, get bodied, bro. I think Reishi does a good job with this chapter. He plays into the themes, he plays into the ideas. Oh, this was cool. So you guys know how they take out like these captions from the titles? Well, the caption here reads, "The day we first met, our love started running. Before I realized it, you were already sitting next to me." We see her sitting next to him in the cover, and then we see her sitting next to him in the chapter itself. They're already that like physically close. I think that's another thing, is like them being physically close. And the chapter pretty much kind of is testing Chizuru. I think that's the big thing, is the chapter itself is really testing Chizuru's character. Like, this is what I mean. It's coming back to that theme of the 99 Lies and the truth underneath, is like, now it's about making that truth a reality, putting that truth out there. A big thing with Rent-A-Girlfriend that it does is it kind of reminds me of the saying I've heard before from Japan, where it's like the three masks people have. Yeah, Rent-A-Girlfriend is just persona, shut the fuck up. The three masks that people have, where it's like they have the masks they show other people, they have the masks they show the people that are close to them, and then they have the third mask which they show no one, and it's the mask that is their true self. A lot of this arc has been focused around showing your true self, whether it be Chizuru trying to know who her true self is, showing her true feelings, sharing all of that. But I think the biggest thing is like Chizuru really has to put herself out there and is being actively challenged by something. And that's the thing I didn't mention too, is like she's hidden in shadow. Look, she's hidden in shadow. Reishi always does this. He hides her in shadow when she's trying to hide something. Another thing I kind of want to mention is in chapter 299, I pretty much said this is starting to remind me a little bit of Kaguya-sama, kind of intentionally so. The key difference being these two aren't geniuses, they're fucking idiots. And that's the best part. And it's funny because like we see this, like Kazuya imagines, like Kazuya, you pervert, like imagines like a stupid rom-com thing, and it literally happened to him and he didn't realize because he's so in his head. It literally happened to him and he never realized. That's why Kazuya has a blindfold in the cover. That's why the motherfucker looks like Daredevil in the opening, because it's literally like he's blind. He's not seeing what's in front of him. And that's why Chizuru is like literally like naked behind a curtain here. That's the point. It's because she is. She was super vulnerable. She was super naked in the chapter. That's why, like, that's the point of this cover. You don't realize that because you're so busy overthinking everything. This episode, in a nutshell, makes me think of Kaguya-sama. If any of you have like seen Kaguya-sama, one of the things Aka loves to do with Kaguya-sama as you're going through it is, especially like in the early parts of the series, is like the characters overthink things and they go into these like crazy fucking mind games, and it pretty much just turns into fucking Death Note. And what it does is that when you get into it and then you start seeing how the other people are interacting and dealing with stuff, the other people are essentially representative to Miyuki and Kaguya as to what they can be if they just stop overthinking. Right? So Reishi essentially did something really similar here, where he's just like the characters that Kazuya sees at the very beginning, these guys right here, like that Kazuya sees, they're representative of what like he could have, right? This motherfucker even looks like Miyuki. This motherfucker even looks like Miyuki. God damn. A lot of things that happen in Kaguya-sama, for example, Chika literally starting things by playing a fucking game with the characters completely overthinking and trying to come up with these crazy fucking solutions where they avoid saying what they want to say, right? This is the same exact fucking scenario. And I think that's kind of brilliant as an approach for this series, because right now what they're doing is like Reishi's taking that concept and flipping it on its head without like the crazy mind games, right? It's like they are overthinking, but there's no crazy mind games. But it never loses sight of what it's trying to tackle, which is the core themes that I just explained. Also, I just realized Kazuya is still wearing the chill shirt. Kazuya is still wearing the chill shirt, and Chizuru is still representative of Netflix. Netflix and chill, bro. I think the best part is they eventually have to reveal the card. So whatever Chizuru says, she has to say that very carefully. That's kind of the most important bit here, is like where she has to be proactive. Big thing that's been happening right now, Chizuru needs to be proactive. She's been put in situations where she needs to be active and not reactive. And she keeps getting thrown into these positions where she ends up being reactive and she doesn't know what to do. Kazuya wants to stay here. He's just denying himself. He's feeling guilty. He's denying himself about a lot of things. This is literally a part of Kazuya's trauma. He feels guilty and bad, and so he stays away, but he actually wants to be here. It's a contradiction. That's the whole point, is that it's a contradiction. Hey, sorry the video was late. Right after I uploaded chapter 301, I got sick. Well, okay, not sick, like, you know that feeling where you're like almost sick, but you're not really sick? Yeah, that. Pretty much what I was going through, where it's like, okay, I'm in recovery mode. I can't like fully work right now. So I just sat in my room and played Persona 5 Royal and beat it. And my cat is just meowing in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear him. Imagine recording with this shit. I'm just saying. Anywho, right now I'm gonna work on chapter 301 analysis. I'm gonna see if I can hopefully get that out soon. With that being said, Reggie posted another image from a future chapter. I'm assuming it's chapter 305 or 306. I don't know which one. It's kind of getting harder and harder to tell, honestly, because like he posts at like really random times. But this one has Chizuru wearing her sweater, so like or not her sweater, her hoodie. She's wearing her hoodie at home, and so we can already surmise she's at home. She's not outside. The way she's drawn kind of reminds me of Paradise, which is interesting. It's like, you know, when she has her hair tied up, it kind of reminds me of that. And then there's like some line hatching on the side of the panel, which made me think is either a flashback or Chizuru is like standing next to a door, or she's like pushing a door or something. And then there's some weird lining around the hoodie section, like right around here, which I found also kind of weird, because just like maybe you see the hoodie is just curving, so it's nothing, or it's like she's like holding something. That could be what it is. And then the image itself seems to have Chizuru be rather emotional and expressive. This is something I've kind of said about this arc ever since the nursery trip. There's been kind of a change in the like narrative as a whole. Like it really feels like that the nursery trip was more important than it appears, and like the biggest symbolism I can give you is like literally what Kazuya says in the end. He like trusts her path, and then Kazuya's trust is now being challenged as he slowly goes through like the waves of relationships and like all of that. And then essentially the whole point ends up being Chizuru becoming more of a kid, as we see her in this chapter. She's like a lot more like a kid, and then Kazuya is becoming more of an adult. I think that's also an interesting thing to think about. It's like Chizuru plays a game with Kazuya, and she knows Kazuya likes games now. So that's really cute when you think about it in retrospect like that. And then you even, in chapter 301, you even see like Reiji literally points out Kazuya actually enjoyed playing the game. So cute stuff like that. And then when Kazuya like screams at the very end of that chapter, it's supposed to be like symbolism of how Kazuya's voice is like reaching Chizuru's innermost home, reaching her room, the distance in the house. It's like the distance between them is like closing, in the sense that like Kazuya all the way from his room, his voice is like leaking into her room, and now she's hearing him. So interesting elements like that Reiji seems to be really kind of setting up and building to. So whatever is going to come up, I think is going to be rather interesting. And I think the biggest thing is Chizuru's going to be repairing her relationships and her friendships, and recognizing how her words and actions impact the people around her. That's kind of the biggest thing, is like, that's kind of the point of the card. That's kind of the point of the whole game, is like it's an impact of Chizuru's actions, and Chizuru hearing that through Kazuya essentially opening up from across the veil, because they live in the same house now. So she can't like escape what's right in front of her. There's no wall of protection or anything. And of course she was listening, and that whole listening segment was in itself cute, because you can interpret it a lot of ways. One way is Kazuya is thinking about me, which is you can see that in like Chizuru blushing and like standing next to the door, and almost like she's hiding something, or she feels like guilty, like listening in, like she's a bit jealous or something, that maybe Kazuya talks to Minnie and not her. At the same time, you could also interpret it as Chizuru hearing her actions and the impact of her actions out loud, and then Kazuya doesn't say that to her. So now Chizuru is recognizing, oh, this is the impact of the actions I have taken as a byproduct of interacting with Kazuya. Things along those lines. There's a lot of interesting detail in there. This is why I really want to do the review portion. The other thing too is I've been thinking of writing out my reviews, because well, I can organize my thoughts like this a lot better than I can when I, just say it right after analysis. So if I do keep the analysis portion in the reaction videos, I'll maybe try to keep it brief and just kind of hit the bullet points maybe, and then I'll make a sequel review segment that I've written out, because I just like that more. Like I have my thoughts organized so much better that way. It works so well. Like right now it's like it's me after all calm, just kind of like I've already ironed out what I want to say, so it just comes to me naturally. Things like that. So let me know what you guys think of that. And lastly, I mentioned before, I do have a Patreon set up. Again, no push to do anything yet, because it's not fully ironed out. I don't even have a fucking Discord. I haven't uploaded anything. You're pretty much not getting any rewards. You're just kind of supporting me at this point. But that's the thing I need to get all ready and stuff. And then more interested, you can also check out my Twitter where you can just talk to me directly there. I've been Fate. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, keep up with the uploads. And remember, I'll see you guys hopefully soon. Hopefully not as long as this one. And let's mosey.